These questions, they're good questions, but they're designed to create beef. I'm gonna be unfollowed by a few people. Season 2 got me in my feels with Sauron. I side with the villains. I think they're interesting.
I would pick Elrond because I originally auditioned for Elrond and then got cut.
It wouldn't be you.
No.
I think you're going through a tough time, aren't you?
No, he does not have a good time. I'd say Durin. I feel like that's fun.
Poppy or Nori, because they're always scrambling about the countryside, which looks really lovely.
That is a good question. Clearly my character is the best, so I want to stay with the stranger. But if I had to change, I'd probably go dark. I think I might go Adar.
Daniel Weyman.
I would definitely take Queen Miriel because she's just the boss, and I want to be the boss.
I would pick Charlie Vickers because that character is very complicated and complex. I love that character, but also Charlie does it incredibly well.
Probably not a dwarf, because I don't think I could do the makeup. But I think in my inner heart of hearts, I'm a bit of a Harfoot, so I think I'd go Harfoot.
I think I'd go King Durin.
If I had to switch characters with another co-star, it would have to be Galadriel.
Benjamin Walker, without a doubt. I've been feeling this for a while, actually. I haven't shared it with you. But it's the outfits, it's the authority, and it's the sword, or the spear.
Do you want to play my part?
You get really dirty in this season.
Season 2 in one word.
Dangerous.
Dark.
Foreboding.
Dark.
Grach. It's Elvish for rats. That's the clean way to say it. It's a swear, which means, oh, come on!
Breathtaking.
Manic.
Complicated.
Survival.
Hot for me. Hot.
If I had to settle in any of the in-world locations, I'm quite happy in
Numenor. Although, I mean, that's not looking too great, so maybe not.
Numenor, every time. It's the best place in the world.
100%.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
That's easy.
Yeah, good food, good weather.
You've got your town centres, you've got your bars and your pubs, your taverns.
Seems to be a lot of hanging out in Numenor.
Just chilling by the sea, really. Sunbathing, swimming.
Yeah.
I'd go to Lindon, I think.
I would sail and live amongst the Harfoots as their giant friend.
I would pick Khazad-dûm, I think. Love the idea of that city and those peoples and how they live their lives.
Khazad-dûm, because it's home, and I believe it's where the heart is.
Rivendell.
Sure.
Again, it's I always come back to it because it is a place of peace, beauty, and endless life.
Just a quaint little Airbnb in Rivendell. If I could come back, I'd spend some time in Valinor, kind of honeymoon on the heavenly beach, and then return to the world burning down.
If I could keep anything from props and wardrobe, it would be my contact lenses. They're the real magic.
They had some really amazing, on some of the sets I worked on, some incredible ceramics. And I love ceramics, so I'd definitely try and take one of those, but we're not allowed.
Aglos.
Oh yeah? You'll probably get that.
I'm taking it.
I would take my entire workshop. It's big. But
The anvil?
I would take the whole thing and put it in my garden.
What would I take, or what did I take?
I am kidding.
I would keep my bow and arrow, and I would keep my sword and my dagger, and I would keep my rings.
My sword.
My horse.
Probably not my clothes. I mean, they're beautiful, but like real world application, not so good. But I think maybe the jewelry. So there's a lot of rings.
There's a lot of rings. I'm quite into like doorknobs and stuff, and there's quite a lot of like, if you look at those little details, like in Numenor, they're all like octopusy, and then in Lindon, they're all kind of, I don't know, it's just me.
Doorknobs.
I'd probably take the Palantir or my earrings.
I'd definitely take my ring, which says safe home, and I'd take every single one of Elendil's costumes because I love them. I'd have to wear them on my own in my house because it might be a bit odd to go down the Kentish Town High Road wearing his gear.
There is a specific prop that I would take, but I can't talk about it yet. I think once you see it, you will know.
There's a black pearl ring that Farazon wears. So I think one day I'll pluck up the courage when we're finished with it all to wear it and wear it every day.
I would keep my sword 100%. I think it's gorgeous. And I really loved... it was a really great opportunity for me to input into the design of it and stuff. So, yeah, I really loved that.
Which character would I most like to grab a drink with?
It'd be hard to go past the dwarves. Durin.
Oh, Durin.
Prince Durin.
Prince Durin, I think he'd be a good laugh.
Durin, and so would Elrond.
I feel like he would drink us under the table.
Without a doubt, he would.
It would take him like 15 to even feel anything, I reckon.
Yeah, so he would just outdrink both of us.
Yeah, he's a proper veteran.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the dwarves. I feel like they would definitely have a good time. Or a half-it, to be fair.
I mean, I think I'd be too in awe of Galadriel. I'd love to sort of meet her in the world, but I think I'd be in awe of her. I tell you who, Arondir would be pretty cool.
I'd like to grab a drink with Tom Bombadil.
Disa, because she's a mother. I'm about to be one.
I would love to grab a cup of tea and a hot milk with Nori, and just give her a huge hug, because she reminds me so much of my little girl.
I've grabbed a drink with the actress who plays this character, but I'm gonna say Disa. I think a little bit of like a royal meeting of the minds would be quite fun.
I would cosplay at ComicCon Queen Miriel. Ooh, royal.
From Rings of Power, I would cosplay as Adar. I just love that costume, love the whole thing, like the vibe with the hair and all the makeup. I know it would be so much work, but I guess that's what it is about.
Probably an orc, because it's just so different. And like, how fun would that be? Just like running around.
I think your like dark Sauron one where you've got that little bow in your hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Love that.
Quite hard to pull off without help, getting that bow tied. Elrond's armor's really cool in the battle. There's a lot of detail in that.
Mine would actually probably be Queen Miriel. I'd love to cosplay as her.
Durin, because I mean, I wouldn't have to wear all that stuff all the time. I could just wear it once on this time.
Oh, the stranger, 100%.
I'd be an orc.
Maybe I would go full orc. I could probably blend in and hide amongst the masses. So orc, and any orc.
I think I would have to be an orc. If I was going to go for it, I would want to go the whole. Mind you, to keep that orc stuff on for as long as they do, I would.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
in the San Diego heat, you'd just be sweating. And
an orc with a face you could take off for like half an hour at a time.
I'd like to say I could pull off an elf, but I really can't. So unless it was just another man, it might have to be a dwarf or a hobbit. But I'd quite like to try and pull off an elf, but I don't think I've got it in me to do that.
Galadriel? There's a lot of Galadriels around.
A lot of Galadriels around.
But I think it'd look good in some armor.
You reckon?
Yeah, get the breastplate.
Someone tell the riders, man. That's what I was trying to say. Get me fighting.